Coming up on First at 4, the U.S. Supreme Court considers the implications of a state ban since overturning the nationwide right to an abortion. And an investigation is underway after 3 people are found dead in a central Kentucky home.
Plus, we are tracking some warm weather for this weekend. Your forecast on the way as Mountain News First at 4 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, the abortion debate is once again before the U.S. Supreme Court. Justices heard arguments about whether doctors should be able to provide abortions in medical emergencies, even in states with near total bans. CBS's Natalie Brand has the story.
Demonstrators held a die-in to raise awareness about abortion rights as both sides of the debate once again squared off outside the U.S. Supreme Court.
Abortion is oppression!
Inside, justices heard arguments about whether Idaho's near-total abortion ban conflicts with a federal health care law. The Biden administration argues that law requires hospitals accepting Medicare to provide stabilizing care to patients experiencing medical emergencies, which could include abortion, even if in conflict with state law. Liberal Justice Elena Kagan sharply questioned whether banning emergency abortions puts women's health at risk.
Within these rare cases, there's a significant number where the woman is, her life is not in peril, but she's going to lose her reproductive organs. She's going to lose the ability to have children in the future, unless an abortion takes place.
But conservative Justice Samuel Alito appeared skeptical.
How can you impose restrictions on what Idaho can criminalize simply because hospitals in Idaho have chosen to participate in Medicare?
The case before the justices involves Idaho, but the court's ruling could have implications for more than a dozen states that have adopted near-total bans on abortion.
This is about the Biden administration and the federal government trying to find ways to invalidate particularly restrictive state laws in the wake of the Dobbs decision that overturned Roe v. Wade.
The case marks the first time the justices are considering the implications of a state ban since overturning the nationwide right to abortion in 2022. A ruling is expected by the end of June. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Meanwhile, we have just learned the Arizona House has approved a repeal of that state's near total abortion ban and has sent the measure to the Senate. President Joe Biden signed into law today a $95 billion war aid measure that includes aid for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. The law marks the end of a congressional battle over assistance for Ukraine. The aid is expected to include air defense capabilities, artillery rounds, armored vehicles, and other weapons.
In other words, we're helping Ukraine while at the same time investing in our own industrial base, strengthening our own national security, and supporting jobs in nearly 40 states all across America.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell told legislators on Tuesday, quote, "Failure to help Ukraine stand against Russian aggression now means inviting escalation against our closest treaty allies and trading partners. It means greater risk that American forces would become involved in a conflict," end quote. Part of that foreign aid bill included language that could ban the popular social media app TikTok. TikTok is owned by a Chinese company, ByteDance. The new law could force TikTok to find a new owner within months, or the United States will ban its use in the country. About 170 million Americans use the app.
After a few showers to kick off your Wednesday, we are tracking some fantastic weather as we go into this afternoon. A live look from Buffalo Mountain in Perry County, tracking a few peaks of sunshine. That current temperature also not too bad, up to 68 degrees over in Perry County. Not a drop on first alert pinpoint Doppler. We are dry as high pressure begins to take over. The weather system that brought a few showers earlier this morning now pushing through places like North Carolina, also Virginia. But notice a secondary cold front close to the Ohio River, and that will bring some more cool weather as we go into your Wednesday night and to wake up on your Thursday. Those current readings in the upper 60s to lower 70s, up to 69 for Pikeville, 72 in Somerset, 70 over in London, also in Whitley County at this hour. And we stay nice and comfortable as we go into this evening. We are dry under a partly cloudy to mainly clear sky, and those lows are chilly to wake up on Thursday. Possibly some more patchy frost as lows are back in the upper 30s to lower 40s, but some more nice weather on the way for your Thursday. Maybe a few showers on Friday, and a much warmer weekend is on the way. Those details coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Cameron, thank you. 3 people are dead in a central Kentucky county, and a sheriff's department has launched a death investigation. The investigation will center around what happened to the 3 people in a Madison County home. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to sheriff's deputies about the incident.
And deputy sheriffs tell me that this investigation will center around some kind of drug overdose, while the source of those drugs is still in question. And they say that that investigation could possibly lead to some kind of arrest and charges being filed. EMS responded to a home on Elmwood Drive north of Richmond about 4 Tuesday morning. They called for sheriff's deputies, and later 3 people were pronounced dead.
Believed to be drug-related deaths. Toxicology is pending, so we'll know more, and this is just a preliminary investigation.
47-year-old Sherry Hammerly and 39-year-old Yvonne Hammerly were both pronounced dead at the Baptist Health Richmond Hospital. Ben Masters was also found dead inside the home. Deputies say they want to find the source of the drugs they died from, and if what caused their deaths was a crime.
As part of the investigation, we're trying to backtrack, determine the nexus of these substances.
And I spoke to several people who live in that very close-knit area, and they say that these people were very well-loved and well-liked people who were kind to everyone, who loved their family and their pets. And now there are some questions as to who will care for the pets that they cared for. In Madison County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Police say toxicology tests from the autopsy will tell them more about the cause and manner of death. Those results are not yet known. Coming up on First at 4, a local group is hoping to help you pick up the pieces.
Plus, we could see some patchy frost by tomorrow morning. Those details after this break.